ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's see here. But I'm going to do go live for X. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Anywho, so all right, Mr. Mike Reuter. We'll just let that do its thing.
All right.
You are ready to go, sir? I'm ready to go.
Let's fire it up.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hey, everybody. Mike Lawson here with CU Broadcast. We are broadcasting. We're doing a live stream kind of from World Credit Union Conference in Boston. I'm in San Diego, and Mr. Mike Reuter from the Worldwide Foundation for Credit Unions is in Boston at the big conference. Mike, how are you, sir? Good to see you.
Doing well, Mike. Thanks for having me. How are you?
I'm doing all right. We're on the mend. I couldn't make it this year because I caught a bug at the last second of all the times. And so I have some serious FOMO. I'm missing out big time on all the cool activities and all the great content you guys are providing this year at the conference. So having said that, so how is the World Credit Union Conference this year? Share some highlights before we dive into a couple of the topics here, sir.
Yeah, we eclipsed 2,600 attendees across 58 countries. So the global credit union system is equitably well represented. The flag ceremony is always an inspirational event. I think, the World Council partners with
there.
Yep. The World Council partners with America's Credit Unions every 4 years on this event. So to be able to have America's Credit Unions staff working with our staff behind the scenes to make it an exceptional conference, as well as seeing, the ACU team working in tandem with our team at WOCU, and then just, obviously the American presence is fairly high this year because it's in Boston, about 1,000 U.S. participants, which is great to see. And to see all the different levels of leadership attending, credit union board members, obviously CEOs, a lot of our foundation partners, league CEOs are here from the U.S. So, and then obviously Brazil and Korea, they in Africa, they always bring a really strong contingent. Ireland's brought a strong contingent this year, which has been great. So, yeah.
Good deal. Good deal. What's and again, before we dive into talk, any common themes and what's the buzz in the hallways there that you're hearing? Because I know you're talking to about probably all 2,600 people.
Yeah. AI, probably some of the common themes, AI, leaning into leadership, expanding and growing young members. I think those are consistent themes in both in the keynotes and the breakout sessions.
And any highlights for you, sir? Any personal favorites or anything like that stand out from the last couple of days? I know we have one more day to go here, but so there's still potential. Just talking about disruption in terms of being a disruptive leader, but doing it with empathy and respect and authenticity. That was a kind of one of the threads of yesterday's keynote speaker, who was had a high level of energy and was incredibly engaging with the audience. So. Right on. Well, it sounds like it's a super success so far. And again, you still have another day and a half to go, maybe 2 days to go. So in the middle of it, sir, right in the middle of it. So one of the topics we wanted to talk about, and I'm sure everyone's talking there at the conference as well, is International Credit Union Day coming up. So you want to share with us what's on the docket for there? Because I know you have a theme you've announced and all sorts of cool stuff on the docket.
Yeah. So we're happy to announce that America's Credit Unions gave us the trademark and the copyright to International Credit Union Day starting in 2024. So the World Council of Credit Unions and the Worldwide Foundation for Credit Unions will co-lead the design and of the theme and the look of International Credit Union Day each year. So I was happy to present in my keynote this morning kind of the look and the feel and the theme of International Credit Union Day, which is one world through cooperative finance. So the tenor of my message to the movement and the attendees in the audience was really about our credit union movement's an onion, and the layers of the onion are strong, but they can be almost indestructible if they stay together. And so I believe, or the message was, International Credit Union Day is an opportunity for unity. It's an opportunity for continued collaboration, cooperation, candidly in times of consolidation and competition, when dollars are scarce, when the economy is ebbing and flowing and there's political uncertainties and all those kinds of things. I think this is the time for a message of unity. And I think International Credit Union Day can be that rallying cry, not just one day at the World Credit Union Conference, but hopefully days, weeks, and months leading up to October 17th, which is when the celebration will occur.
Yeah, and there's a lot of momentum building up to that, and then obviously there's momentum coming off of that day as well. And so it's a pretty cool deal, and a great time of the year for it to happen as well in the fall, right before the holidays, all that good stuff. People are it's top of mind, and not only on a domestic level, but on a global level as well, which is what I love about the World Credit Union Conference, because you get all these folks obviously from all four corners of the planet, if you will, and then we talk credit union because we're also different culture-wise and language type of stuff. But man, when we talk credit union, we all come together, like you said. It's all the same.
It's all the same language, and so we've really refined the messaging since when America's Credit Unions gave the copyright to us in the spring. We really went to work to strengthen and clarify the call to action for International Credit Day. So there's really three calls to action. There's educate, which is continuing to access the media kit, the brand kit, the posters, which are really popular. They get printed off by members and credit unions around the world and posted in their branches and distributed through social media. When I was in Ukraine in April, I saw a series of International Credit Union Day posters for like the last decade. So it what that tells me is it's still resonating. It's still, it's still an important thing. And then participate is the second call to action. So the Worldwide Foundation for Credit Unions has taken advantage of International Credit Union Day, and we've designed for the first year, hopefully in the years to come, an International Credit Union Day pin, which for a $15 donation to the Worldwide Foundation for Credit Unions, you can get a limited edition collector's pin.
Oh, sign me up
for International Credit Union Day 2024. So these are on sale at the booth at the conference. As an early bird offer, but then we're going to be offering online sales starting August 12th.
Okay. I was about to say, can we get those? Because a lot of us aren't there, obviously. So I would love to get those online. Yeah. Let me know. We'll put the link in the show notes or wherever, and we'll get out there for you.
Yeah. And then the third call to action is celebrate. Obviously credit unions of all shapes and sizes across all different time zones, they do something a little bit differently for ICU Day. And so we just want to make sure that we're encouraging people to promote either through little video clips or images, what they're doing on ICU Day, whether they're going out and volunteering for a charity, whether they're doing some sort of internal staff education around the global movement, or just getting out in the streets and celebrating like they do in the Caribbean. We want to be the recipient of all those stories and those celebrations and curate that out to the world using the ICU Day hashtag.
Right on. Oh my God. Well, taking advantage of the social media, it all goes viral, sir. And
It does.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm excited about that. Again, ICU Day, International Credit Union Day, October 17th, you said?
October 17th. Yep. Okay. The third Thursday of October. Yep.
Okay. Gotcha. Yep. All right. The other thing you want to talk about, YCUP and Global Women's Leadership Network. What happened? Because I think those things, those items, if you will, those groups took place on Saturday or Sunday,
we had the Global Women's reception Saturday evening.
Okay.
Was standing room only. It was extremely well attended, where we gave the four Global Women Scholars from 2024. We gave them an opportunity to get on stage and talk to the audience and share their personal journey, their narrative around what GWN means to them. What does this scholarship experience mean to them? And more importantly, what are they going to do with it?
Yeah. And
then the next day, Global Women's and YCUP, for the second year in a row, has facilitated a joint leadership forum. And they carved out the entire morning to really have some dedicated networking time. They had a storytelling keynote, talk about the importance of story and not being shy to share your story and to craft your narratives, because if you do that effectively, that's going to build confidence within you to go after an opportunity that you might not feel confident enough to go after, especially in how they're talking within the Global Women's Leadership Network with respect to women in leadership. There's just there has been a bit of hesitancy for women to step forward and take advantage of those leadership opportunities or apply for a role because they don't think they're ready when they really are.
Yeah.
So that's some of the narrative there with Global Women's. And then YCUP, it's just how do we continue to curate best-in-class strategies and ways to get emerging leaders more engaged, both inside the credit union, but also deploying them out into the community to engage their peers who are, the same demographic. So how can a credit union better leverage their emerging leader staff to attract those younger members? Can they weave them into their brand more? Can they, like in Secredi down in Brazil, they give them a budget to create a community development program, and that that doesn't just give that emerging leader development experience, but it also gets them out into the community and engaging with their peers.
Two birds with one stone. I like it. Yeah. Because I love the creativity here. So yeah, for sure. Other item, Project Stormbreak. You want to give us an update on that? Because there's a lot going on there too.
Yeah, Project Stormbreak, our International Credit Union Relief and Resiliency Fund and initiative, were the International Credit Union Day PIN fundraising campaigns, one of several efforts that we're deploying to replenish the fund. We've really spent a lot of the fund in the last 3 years because of Ukraine, because of the earthquake in Turkey, because of now the hurricanes in the Caribbean.
And the floods in Brazil as well.
Floods in Brazil as well. Yep. And so, we're still a relatively small foundation, about $3 million a year. So it's still and not all of that goes to Project Stormbreak. So it's still a challenge for us to both replenish and simultaneously deploy out.
Yeah.
So, we've got the Venerate Ukraine's Veterans Project Stormbreak Fund active and open, which is funds going into that campaign help to provide business loans to veterans coming back from the front who want to rebuild their lives. Here they're wounded or are no longer in service.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously, like you mentioned, the Rio do Sul flood relief campaign for Credit. They're in the reconstruction mode. We got an update on the state of that sector at the World Council board meeting from our Brazilian board member. And so now that the floods have subsided, it's about reconstructing the communities.
Yep.
There's still a lot of individuals in shelters. We had a great breakout session around hosted by Alyssa Stitchen, our grant manager for the Worldwide Foundation. She had the director of the Credit Foundation from Brazil. She had Denise Garfield, general manager from the Caribbean Confederation of Credit Unions, and then Olga Torre, who is the CEO of one of the Ukrainian national associations. So they all three of them got to speak to the importance of Project Stormbreak and how the cross collaboration between Worldwide Foundation for Credit Unions and their organizations was helping to uplift members and credit unions in need during the crisis.
That work is tremendous, Mike. I mean, just a 24/7 applause for you guys and your team and your crew for doing things like that. 'Cause that's not easy work, not easy at all. So
thank you.
Thank you. Really lifting people up for sure. So good stuff. Last one I want to talk about. Did you want to mention anything about bridging the gap, or
that's we're still moving forward with fundraising through the Bridge the Gap campaign. Okay. I think what's just like a lot of my philanthropic peers within the credit union giving space, times are tight. So literally every dollar matters. The $15 donation for the PIN, individual contributions. We're actually leveraging International Credit Union Day to ramp up our fundraising efforts to end the year strong for our Bridge the Gap campaign. Yep.
Good deal. All right. Last item on the docket here, sir. Next year, 2025. You want to share with us? The worst kept
secret in the global credit union movement now.
Everybody knows by now.
Right. Well, what I didn't realize was, so months before the World Credit Union Conference, I get asked mostly by our American colleagues, where's the next World Credit Union Conference going to be? And so I say, I whisper, and this is where it's going to be. But what I didn't realize this year was that it was printed on the back of the agenda booklet.
Oh, God.
So it's going to be it's good because it's going to get everyone excited.
Oh yeah,
even more in advance. It's going to be in Stockholm, Sweden.
So cool.
In 2025, July 14th through the 16th. So that'll be a Monday through a Wednesday.
Right on.
Yeah.
And that's close to my homeland because I'm part Norwegian. So I want to get over there. That's kind of in my neighborhood. So I want to go check it out for sure. Obviously see you guys, but I've never been to that part of the world before. So I'm equally, if not more excited to go check it out. So that's going to be exciting.
I love it.
What a great time that's going to be, and what a great part of the world it's going to be. And then just to have credit unions really converging and sharing their stories, and who knows what we're going to be talking about this time next year. Are you kidding me?
Right.
The way things are changing. Good grief.
Yeah. Well, that's why my message this morning at the foundation keynote was really about unity and using International Credit Union Day as kind of an example of an opportunity, I guess is a better way to say it, of credit unions at all layers of the onion of the movement.
Yeah.
To really lean in and continue to be unified, to continue to be cooperative. It's easy to get insular and just stay in your zone, right? But this is where credit unions shine. We know that the DNA of credit unions and the movement is unique, especially because of that cooperative muscle. So
And that's the other thing that I love about your conference is that because all year long we're in the United States and we're just talking domestic. But when you go to the World Credit Union Conference, I mean, your eyes are as big as, dinner plates. And just seeing the impact that this movement has on the globe, on the world. So it's really an eye opener. If you've never been, highly recommend. This is a real, tremendous eye opener on what credit unions are doing on a global level. So yeah, good stuff, sir. Good stuff. All right. Cool. Anything else, Mr. Reuter, before I let you get back to the conference? I don't want to keep you too long, but I will enjoy our time together.
Yeah, just be on the lookout for information. The International Credit Union Day website is active. www.woku.org/ICU Day. Maybe throw that if you can throw that in the chat or to the folks out in the stratosphere. That's going to continue to be populated with content. We got the posters already up there. We're going to be going live with pin sales. I mean, that's really going to be the bulk of our work from August 1st all the way up to October 17th is getting everyone in all the layers of the movement engaged through ICU Day.
Right on. And we will promote it as well. So yeah, get people get the momentum rolling up to October 17th. So yeah, very excited. Well, I'm excited for you guys. But again, I have serious FOMO.
You are missed. You are missed, my friend.
Oh my God, it kills me when I can't make these things. It's just So anywho, but yeah, thank you so much for all the work that you do at the foundation and then the entire crew at Woku. You guys are just head and shoulders above so much.
Thank you.
It's pretty cool what you guys do on a global level. So yeah, alrighty, man. Well, I'm gonna unleash you onto the rest of the conference. Thanks again for your time. Well done.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
Anytime, sir. Anytime. And that